Chicken Fillets here, and it's time once again for another remembering episode. This series where basically I remember about a game I've played. Now this will probably be full of spoilers and mistakes because what I look to do in this series is do this in a one-shot, one-take format. So if I mess up, well, hey, you've had a warning. So what I like to talk about first of all is how I got into the game, etc. The beginning, essentially. Now, when you become a Nintendo Switch owner, you basically fall in line of always wanting to watch the Nintendo Directs to see what new game is coming out for Nintendo Switch. I was waiting to say for the Nintendo Direct. I'm all over the shop. Anyway, for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I remember Fire Emblem Three Houses being announced. Now, for understanding, this will have been my first Fire Emblem that I've played. So I hadn't played a Fire Emblem at this point. I knew of the series, but I just never played one. And then when I saw the debut trailer, I thought, this looks ace. And you know me, I like a game with cel-shaded graphics, and well, the graphics and the character models really stood out to me straight away. And I really liked the look of the combat. So yeah, this was a day one purchase when it came out. And if you're a friend of the channel, you will know that this is one of my top 5 JRPGs of all time. There's a video in my early days of the channel which states this. So yeah, the game itself, I mean, I've plowed so many hours into this game, and you may have seen in a previous video that I released not too long ago about the most played Nintendo Switch games by playtime. That was the title of it. That this was actually number 1 in this list for the length of time I played a game on my Switch. It's got the most time built up, and that's for many reasons. I've done so many playthroughs of this. Now, my first playthrough was with the Black Eagles as my chosen house, and I went for the female version of the protagonist. Now what I seem to do is I do a run through as the female protagonist, then I do a run through as a male, female, male, you know, so vice versa. Then I did the Golden Deer house, I did the blue house. Oh, actually, no, wait a minute. I'm speaking bollocks, right? I started off with the Black Eagles route, right? But there's a choice in it where you support the Church of Seros. So I went down that route. I didn't support the Black Eagles. I supported the Church instead of the Black Eagles. So scrap what I said earlier. So it was the Church, then it was the Golden Deer house, then it was the Blue Lions, then it was Black Eagles. Now, what story did I find the best out of those 4? I would have to say the Golden Deer one was probably the best one out of it. It felt like it had the best ending to it, where Claude as a character, he was the best out of the 3 houses. I remember the Black Eagles as well. I mean, the ending where you're both fighting against a dragon together, the cutscenes with that was really, really good. Now, the monastery in general, I like that a lot. Before I carry on, a lot of people's problem with Fire Emblem Three Houses is that it has that social aspect side to it, kind of akin to likes of your Persona, you know, you forge your bonds, blah blah blah. But I really enjoy that side of the game. I enjoyed exploring the monastery and building up your stats by talking to the students and going out on side missions, and also doing like classes and upping your levels, etc. The actual stories of the main story was really good. I really enjoyed my time with it. And the time skip as well. Like, that was ace, having a 5-year time skip in the story up at a critical point. Now, this is my first sort of strategy JRPG, you know, that Fire Emblem combat. And I just love it. It's like a game of chess, you know, moving your characters around the board, and depending on, you know, what class your character is, will either be weak to your enemy's class or strong against them. But like, if you knew and if you figured out how to play the game well, you could do like, you could just mince all the enemies with one character. And I'm pretty sure I was one-shotting everyone with Blythe, or Blythe, or the Professor, whatever you call it. I probably said that name wrong. But just totally just taking all these enemies to school. Pun intended. Well, not intended. God, that was so unintentional. But yeah, my favourite side characters. Oh, which one? Petra's quite a good one. I quite liked her as a side character. I always find it funny that all these godlike creatures have green hair as well. What's that about? But yeah, I mean, I really, really love this game. I always go back to it. It's a nice, easy game to just flow back into. There's a lot of JRPGs that you play, you know, sometimes there's points in a game where you go, oh, no, not this point. But with this, I never feel that fatigue with Three Houses. I just love every second of it. Now, my kind of thought process with the future of the series. Now, the future, there's not going to be any more games related to Three Houses. We were very lucky in getting the spin-off, the Fire Emblem 3 Warriors, I think it was, or Three Hopes, the Warriors spin-off. Now, I didn't get the game. I still need to pick it up, but I got the demo. I really enjoyed it. And also, the music in that remake, well, Warriors game is really good, all the remixes. Actually, how did I not speak about the actual music in the game in Three Houses? The music is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. JRPG music always produces some class music. So yeah, there we go, another remembering episode. So what were your thoughts about Fire Emblem Three Houses? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to help me grow the channel, please help me Please help me? No. Please help me grow the channel by liking, sharing and subscribing. And please do me another favour by hitting that notification bell. Bloody hell, I got through it in one take. Anyway, this has been Chicken Fillets, and until next time, tatty bye.